in the grand finals. Soldier and Groot, can we start reading please the banning?
Now one step closer to the grand finals.
That's
We
right.
need to see Aurora Gaming in the same stress level of the FYG. Now it's 1-1 and we are seeing in the game 1, game 2. Wow, wow, wow. Fanny and Gato Gat. To be honest, targeting ban, and game 3 it's gonna be hell of fun and hell of stress for both teams.
Definitely, yes. It's going to be very stressful for both teams. They've got 900K on the stakes right now, so yeah, they no more mistakes, no more mistakes. Actually, on the other hand, I really hope Blue shows up in this game. You know, Blue
Yes,
was
give
so
us
much
a
fun.
good laugh here.
Yeah. Glue is such a great hero, to be honest. We enjoyed our time. Pagu, please pick Glue.
For the third game, I don't think so. There is room for mistakes, to be honest.
Glue is not a mistake, man. Come on.
But there is other options. It's better.
Yeah, definitely.
But Patrick,
definitely.
no problem.
Patrick, yeah. If they have Patrick on all skins, that would be good. On all heroes, that would be great, actually. So we have Lancelot as the second ban from the FYG. So we have Fanny and Lancelot right now. And we have Gacha and Hilda for Team Aurora. We're waiting for TNZ to ban the last hero in the first ban phase. Who is it going to be? Are they going to go for one more XP laner, or are they going for a mage?
I think they will go for one XP laner. Why? They need to focus, because last game, their weak point wasn't the XP laner.
Zushin was quite annoying, actually, the previous game, yeah.
But still, Eve was more better, DFYG. DFYG with Eve, with the damage dealing in the last game, and trying to focus the back line, and like deleting the front line, because if they have Badang for the front line, versus Eve it's hard. Also Chu last game was playing with the tank build, not like a fighter build. Damage build.
Although he was in the gold lane with Claude, I understand the idea that he actually went for a tank build because, you know, he would be very squishy in front of Claude since Claude has distance damage, you know, he damages from far away. So he had to build the tank. Yeah, exactly. But as I can see, Hayabusa is open, Eve is open, Aurora are taking risks, but Brock is not open. Oh my god, Brock is actually joining us today in this game. Pagu, yeah, he's like, okay, you know, Groot, I'm not going to pick Glue, but I'm going to pick Brock instead, which is such a great choice for him. Right now we have Eon and Vel waiting to go for their picks. Who do you think they're going to pick? Are they going to pick a mage XP laner, or are they going to go for a mage jungler?
Mage and jungler.
Mage
more
and
than
jungler, yes.
They are hovering on Eve because they win it last game, and they know how to play with Eve more than other mages. Oh,
and we have Basha as well. So this is going to be crazy, actually.
Interesting. Wow. But for the first pick for Aurora, like as a Grok, it's understandable because they cannot let it go. It's very advantageous.
But why didn't they go for Basha instead? That's very, you know, like I'm questioning myself. Why didn't they go for Basha? Basha is such a great jungler, and he's very annoying, actually.
Basha was also open.
Yeah, exactly. So why didn't they go for him? Why did they choose Grok instead?
It's a question mark, but still, they know how to. We saw Aurora playing against Basha.
Oh, your main is showing up.
Farsa and Eve versus you. Oh, Yuzong is open also.
Yuzong is open as well, yes. Lapu Lapu is open right now. So, yeah, there are lots of actually meta heroes that are open that they can choose from. Claude, they're not taking risks, so they pick Claude. So, it's a smart choice from Aurora that they went for the Claude pick. Right now, actually, the FYG might get stuck with a Harith pick in the gold lane or another XP laner fighter in the gold lane. So, or
almost
long. Actually, yeah, Moskov is actually showing up right now. Interesting. Definitely
they will play it on the safe side, like we will play in the our safe plan.
Yeah.
We will play our mains. Okay, understandable ban for Hayabusa. It was very annoying and very fed in the last game, trying to deny it because it's the last game. And the last game, there is like mistakes are costly for both teams. And for the safe plan, try to eliminate as much as mains for both teams, and you are good to go.
Actually, Long, with his choice with Moskov, made sure that this is going to be a long game. So yeah, this is very interesting, and we see Lapu Lapu in the ban. Oh my God, this game is going to be quite interesting. I'm actually very excited to see what's going to happen in this game. But we're waiting for the last two bans from the FYG and Aurora, and then the last 4 picks for both teams. Do you have any idea? Because I'm very clueless right now about what they're planning for, to be honest.
When you think about it, there is a lot of picks are open. Harith is open. Exborg, Yuzong.
Harith, no one's gonna pick Harith right now. No one's gonna pick Harith because they're already locked on.
Ruby's open also.
Ruby's open as well. Yes, there is Exborg. There is Uranus. There is Esmeralda as well. So yeah, CC is a very smart ban from their side because she would be very annoying facing Moskov if she actually in a clash targeted Moskov. She's going to be very annoying. There is Guinevere as well, by the way. Yeah. So there are lots of choices actually still available, but we're waiting for the last ban from TNZ to see who is he going to ban, and most probably it's going to be another exterminator. Of course, Yuzong. So we have Uranus, we have Guinevere, we have Exborg. Who else do we have? We have Esmeralda as well. So there are still 4 picks for the XP lane, and of course, the FYG are still looking for a roamer as well. So, will they go for Hylox? Do you think they will go for Hylox?
Hylox is open. Yeah. And it's with the FYG? Arlot?
Arlot is such a great choice as well, actually. Very interesting
Arlot
choice.
With Moskov and Eve and Basha.
This is going to be...
it's a very interesting pick.
Very interesting, and the damage output is going to be crazy, actually, if they pick Arlot.
Like 3 damage dealer.
Yeah, 3 damage dealers, Eve, Arlot, and 2 crowd controllers right now, 2 burst damagers. So actually, Arlot is such a he completes the puzzle in a way right now. So the last pick for the FYG is going to be a roamer.
They changed the plan from the first. Oh, glue. Wait, hovering on the glue, Patrick.
Actually, are we seeing Pago as Patrick? Are you guys doing that? Are you going to do that? Because that would be very interesting.
For the last game, we were seeing Patrick?
Are we seeing Patrick? I hope so. No, they're not. Okay, Terizla. Terizla is actually such a great choice for an XP laner.
I want to put comments on the FYG. They learned from their mistakes from the first game. They were playing on the magic damage. Now they changed. They will play Moskov, Terizla and Guinevere. They will play Moskov, Arlot, and Eve. They know how to divide the damage, and they know how to, like, we will focus, and we need to win this game. There is no room for mistakes. The mistakes will count, because one step closer for the grand finals. For the last pick for DFYG, Guinevere and Terizla, Cloyd, Farsa, and Grok. To be honest, Terizla was unpredictable.
We have Uranus and Esmeralda as the last picks, unless they have something else to say. Will they go for actually Hylos? Although
the FYG.
Actually, that's a logical
What do you think of Terizla pick?
Terizla pick is such a great pick because he's very good at crowd control. He has very high life steal, and he actually has good damage. Actually, looking at both teams, all 10 heroes are high damage output, so this is going to be a game with lots of kills. I believe so.
The draft is equal for me.
Yeah.
But I want to go with Farsa, but now I will betray her. I will go with the FYG still.
Actually, both of them are very interesting. I'm still rooting for Aurora, but the FYG has quite an amazing lineup, to be honest. Very interesting and very excited to see what's going to happen in this game. Again, I'm clueless. This game is going to be crazy. We might see lots of kills going on.
I want to see Moskov playstyle with the FYG.
Yeah.
I'm waiting since yesterday.
Actually, Guinevere is such a targeted pick against Moskov. So not only, of course, Guinevere, but Guinevere is the most one because, you know, using her ult, she might actually try to get to Moskov, but Moskov smartly actually used his Purify spell. So let's see.
Let's see.
All right, that it's from our analysts. It's time to let the game speak. This is Game 3 once again, the decider, the final chapter of this series. Let's send it over to our casters to bring you the match that decides who moves on to the grand finals. Casters?
Thanks so much. Welcome once again. Final match between these two amazing teams. Aurora game FYG fighting for the grand final spot. And it's fine once again. It's one game down to it, Wolf. I gotta say, man, I like both drafts. You got some comfort here. And I know we mentioned this yesterday, man. They broke the glass in case of emergency. Loon got his Moscow.
That's right. Yeah. Unfortunately, we cannot have two good things at the same time. We're going to see utility versus utility when it comes to our junglers. I would love to see Super Ken on the Assassins for sure. But hey, we get the long Moscow, so it's fine. And we also get the Grok onto Pagu, which so far has been great. I mean, we have seen only the first minute of our battle in the mid lane, and they're already poking E1 as well as Zed. There's so many good picks here. Rosa on the Farsa, this is Stuff of Legends. One of his most famous heroes for sure, that he got known for. And then eventually, of course, we have the Cloud from Sigiboom going up against Lung's Moskov.
Okay, so part of this, and also the interesting fact is this is broken walls, right? So that's of course going to have somewhat of an impact. I feel like, you know, when you look at broken walls, it's not a major change, but there are certain stipulations to that, especially depending on where teams decide to fight or how they decide to nice little take there for Super Ken, by the way. But this this Baksha, oh
okay.
No. Okay, they're not gonna follow it up.
Oh, there is the exchange though, Zed with his own wall against the Grok. Super Ken tanky enough for this. Yes, he will survive, but had to pop the ultimate, which is not the best, but he did take away some of the farm from TNZ. You know what the effect of that was? TNZ was at level 4. That's why Aurora Gaming decided to at least poke the FYG, maybe stop Super Ken, get into position into this turtle, as not having the level 4 on that Violent Reclaim is bad. However, Yi1 does not have his own level 4. So this is something that Aurora can actually punish. TNZ is already looking for an angle in the mid lane. Will not catch anyone. Vel jumping in. Level 5 for Super Ken on this Baksha, which kind of prompts Aurora Gaming to not contest so hardly, but it goes the tech charge onto the backlines, followed with the Violent Requiem. 2 members down just like that. Oh, for Aurora Gaming, and now it's Sigiboom going in for Yi1. Yi1 down. Another double kill for Sigiboom to start the game, and my goodness, 1,700 gold for Aurora Gaming.
That's about the best setup you're going to see from this kind of composition. I mean, a tech charge with that flicker, the penalty zone into the spatial migration Requiem. That is so difficult to deal with. I mean, what do you do in your case if you're DFYG and you get set up like that, you know? And that's... Hey, that's why the Grok was picked up first pick blue side. You always see this when the Groks are locked in by, again, these type of roamers. You have to give it up to Pagu. He is such a big part of why Aurora Gaming is doing so well in all their matches, right? That kind of setup, that kind of is very reminiscent of what we've seen from Light, right? From the other Aurora Gaming Philippines. And it's the same thing. Essentially, they follow through off of their roam just like they should, and they're able to layer their ultimates so well. And so when you're trying to do that, again, you don't have any scaling here just yet either with this lineup from DFYG. You need that time to go ahead and get that going. But if you're forced in that situation and you can't even survive through it, it's just an automatic death, you know, with that kind of setup potential.
Yeah, it seems like DFYG did not expect Pagu to have level 4 during that moment. Because usually during the turtle fight, you don't necessarily have the tech charge, especially the first turtle. But kind of felt like DFYG kind of hedged their bets in there. They know that they might have overstayed their work. Up, and fence dash coming out from Zed. Sigiboom's not gonna fight. They get out of their blazing, do it just to clear it out. Zed popping the ult to get some tankiness. Pagu.
Is Pagu gonna go? Okay.
Not worth it. He gets out.
Not worth it. I mean, he was thinking about it, but yeah, they saw the rest of DFYG rotate up, and you know that's what that 2-kill lead will do for Sigiboom on this Claude. Again, you need time to build up on the Claude, but you get an early kill, it doesn't matter as much. You're already in pretty decent fighting form, at least when it comes to the lane, that you can actually bully the Moskov a little bit here. Now that this turtle's coming up, Aurora's going to have control of trying to set up around this objective. But DFYG doesn't really care. There's a final flash.
There's a flash into the real world manipulation. The tech charge onto just one. Super Ken is still tanky, but the kill onto Rosa. Super Ken being taken out. TNZ claims the turtle. A kill and a turtle for Aurora Gaming in exchange for Rosa's life. They're going to be traded. Not going to be the case for now. They will not have enough control for this Arlet with a lot of dashes. Still a win for Aurora Gaming in turtle number 2.
Yeah, they get the objective. It is a trade in the kills, but again, not the target you want to go down. You know, it is Super Ken on the Baksha, but he doesn't want to fall further behind if that's the case. Now he's doing okay because again, you can rotate quite quickly, farm out the way you need to, especially when you're considering you're up against Guinevere. But again, Tienzi's just so aggressive on this.
Long is quite low.
The Revenge Strike.
Oh, Revenge Strike is gonna kill him. And Zed as well bites the dust. DFYG. They attempted to go for a cheeky play in the mid lane, bringing in their Moskov to farm, but Lunar is prepared for that. They didn't even have to pop the flicker for that kill. That's a lot of value that Aurora Gaming has gotten in the mid lane. Now they can even pressure the mid lane. Super Ken pops the ultimate just to prep for some wave clear out here. Also pops the ultimate. There's the final slash to step up for this. And there's Tech Charge again up to 2. Aurora Gaming are just destroying the FYG. Pagu didn't even have to be cheeky with that. That is such a straight up head-on collision that the FYG have lost.
That's what I'm saying, man. There's an exact reason why when teams decide to go ahead and first pick Grok, you'll see why. Again, one of the best picked roamers right now in the current meta. Just so valuable, despite what happened in the patch here too. And it's just, you know, even with the Brave Smite, like he's able to go ahead and get a little bit of health left, you know, or get a little bit of health back when he uses his abilities. And Pagu, once again, DFYG is going to have an answer for this at some point. And, you know, what is the answer to being set up in multiple ways against this composition? Well, it's you would say, oh, it's just positioning. But the problem is, with positioning, how sometimes you can't prepare for it because Pagu on this Grok can just appear basically anywhere, and he's got a couple choices. It doesn't always have to be the tech charge, right? Like sometimes it can just be the Rampart to mess things up. Sometimes it can just be the swing, and sometimes it's that that auto attack passive that he has too. So like, there's so many things that a Grok can do that. I mean, you know, like that too. It just that's why I said the Rampart alone is enough to just mess things up for a team.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta stop talking Naisu because they might nerf. Unsan might hear you. They might nerf this Grok. Don't want to see that, but it comes the real world manipulation. Not gonna be enough. Zed is taken out. Super Ken. It's gonna be under 5 members of Aurora. Miraculously survives all of the damage from Aurora Gaming. But the damage has been done. The FYG are gonna defend the mid lane though. Long will actually get out of there. Aurora Gaming kind of felt like, okay, we don't need to risk anything. Let's just get out there. Yeah, let Super Ken live to tell the tale and tell his teammates to not mess with us. That's what they're doing right now.
You know, the fact that, yeah, I mean, it's pretty impressive. Super Ken didn't die there, but it's like, you know, he is a Baksha. He's got the Tortoise Puissance. And, you know, they need to rely on Lung and Yi1 in an essence to scale up. Do they actually force a fight here? They still hold on to the tier 1. I don't think they want to. That's the thing. DFYG doesn't want to fight. It's more so of just kind of holding on at this point. You're 30 seconds away from the Lord. You know that you've had some time now for Long to farm up. He even got that tier 1 turret up top. So they might finally get it for Aurora up here as Sigiboom knocks it down. And, you know, that's the thing. If anyone was like, I want to see this Moskov from Lung because they've heard about it, well, this is one of the games where he's got to go ahead and lock in and turn things around once again. You know, as you see him on your screen here, Lung's done this many times. So you even though you see a 6,000 gold lead for Aurora Gaming's, you can't completely count out DFYG just yet. They have been able to go ahead and turn things around. The comebacks before Vel.
I want to go for Vel this time, and Vel will be taken out easily coming up for Aurora Gaming. They had to commit the tech charge now. Final requiem for Yi1. He's down as well. Super Ken cannot help his teammates. Zen will have to flicker and ult. A triple kill already. Make that 4 for Aurora Gaming. And that looked to be a very casual take onto the mid lane. The DFYG have lost ground. Now the Lord now being taken by Aurora Gaming.
All right, I was saying, you know, that you're going to have to play in the long, but unfortunately, man, if your team essentially gets wiped out in the mid...
Oh, no way!
No way!
No way!
I take it back.
Take it back.
What I was saying earlier.
No.
Just leave it alone.
Oh my goodness. I was really waiting for it, and the camera angle was kind of difficult for us to see. But there was a split second where my visions kind of slowed down, and I saw that spear, and I was like, "There's no way, right?" And yeah, TNZ. Oh man, gotta scratch their head. Still, the FYG. That's definitely a mini W for them, but there's still a lot of an uphill climb that they have to make, you know?
We've seen this twice, Wolf. Now with a Mozkov taking the Lord when the jungler...
The same guy.
You know, I mean, at one point you can't say, okay, it's just luck. Yeah. Like, there's some calculation in there, man. Yes, like I'm telling you.
This is pattern recognition that we're doing. This is not luck anymore. Tech charge in the middle. Punish the Zed. Push them back. Dead? Yeah, but he's probably dead now. And DFYG have cleared the minion wave for sure for that one. But yep, they were able to breathe a little.
So again, something like that. I know we always, you know, a lot of people react to it. I'm sure people in the chat watching were saying the same thing. But in reality, you steal a Lord, what it does do you, when you're down this much, again, this is a 9,000 gold deficit. It may buy you an opportunity in this game, you know, but that's a very small step in the right direction. And once again, this kind of lineup, with the way things have been going, is entirely leaning towards that your Mozkov, whoever it might be, whatever team might this be, is able to go ahead and get that space to work with, get the damage off, you know, take out the people. But you look at the lineup from Aurora Gaming, that is going to be very difficult to do. No matter how locked in Lung is, the amount of work that's going to take, and for the rest of the team to catch up or allow him to do that, is such a big task here. Again, you're talking about a Grok, a Terizla, who has a passive called the Body of Smith, which lets him tank up even more damage the lower health that he is. Plus, he has the wings, you know. So it's like the amount of time that needs to be bought for Lung to make it happen is massive. Now they have that potential, but you can see the items here. They're so far away as a team, right? As a team from being able to actually win those exchanges, win those fights. And that's why the only option for them at this point is to go ahead and buckle in. They potentially probably don't even contest the next Lord. If they try to get in that position, they could risk losing these series, losing this opportunity to go to the grand finals here, because some of the defensive items now have to be in consideration too. You see the Winter Crown over here for TNZ. Wind of Nature just got picked up here for Siggy Boom. So, you know, those things are going to be troublesome. Plus, if Lung gets in that range, you see the Chastised Pauldrons there too.
That's right.
For Pagu. So that's really difficult to make that work. This Spear, not going to land that one.
Yep. Aurora Gaming, they don't know that Super Ken is actually in here. They want to go for Zed. That is the sacrifice.
Oh, can he steal this?
Can he steal this? Nah.
Cool.
No drive-by for you, and Super Ken definitely going to be punished. The FYG sacrificed 2 of their heroes, and they will not get anything out of that. This is how dire the situation is for DFYG. Now the defense. They do have the Eve. That's E1. And no tech charge for now, because they have committed that against Zed. And Aurora Gaming gonna be waiting for this opportune moment. Vel has to pop the Fire Slash just to speed up clearing that minion wave in the middle. And fortunately for DFYG, Super Ken and Zed will respawn in time for this defense. It's gonna be tricky. Pagu has the flicker, has the tech charge now. Lunar as well. Battle spells and ultimates available for Aurora Gaming. Pagu with the wall. Eve very early with the ultimate. Lunar wants to answer this heave. They would not be able to take him out for now. Lunar's actually in trouble because
Lunar's
this, but
still alive.
he survives just enough with a sliver of HP. The body of Smith working wonders. My goodness, somebody blocked that spear. And he survives. Lunar is alive. Bell isn't though. There's the tech charge, catching two with a combo of that wall. And now they have taken out two members of DFYG. Aurora Gaming, they can feel it. They're now jumping in. Long in trouble. The base in shambles. Super Ken trying his best to defend, but it's not going to be enough. Aurora Gaming goes to the grand finals.
Aurora Gaming, 3 games, make it happen in a dominant fashion for Game 3. After losing that lure there to that spear, they readjust and make it happen, going to the grand finals here. Phenomenal series, great one to have 3 games. Again, you know, when you get to the semifinal, Wolf, and you've only got 3 games, you know, you have to play your best and you hope to get the full series. Got to give it up for DFYG here. Once again, the improvement that they have made time and time again. This is a region, once again, this is a region that is catching up, and they definitely have a bright
Abu Dhabi,
future
one
ahead
more
of them.
time, please
Let's
give
go
it
over
up
to the stage for our
your
interview.
winning team, Aurora Gaming! Well done, guys. You are the one I remember I spoke to yesterday, right? Amazing. All right. Wow, what an incredible performance. It was a tough game. It was a very tough game, I must say, but it was very enjoyable to watch, right? Everybody enjoyed it. It was nerve-wracking, right? What was coming into the semifinals? What was the main focus for you and the rest of the team?
We worked very hard to fix our mistakes. We also analyzed our opponents, and overall I expected this game to be a little bit harder, but not to say they played very good actually.
Amazing. Well done, of course, to the other team. Can we have a bigger round of applause to DYFG? Amazing performance, of course. Who would you say out of the entire team was the highlight? Who pulled off the most amount of kills?
In our team, I feel like it was a team effort, but TNZ got so many kills that he actually deserved it.
Amazing. Well done. Well, congratulations. You guys are off to the finals tomorrow. Just one last step, and then you guys could potentially win this tournament. It's absolutely huge. Tell me about the preparations over the next 24 hours. What are you guys going to focus on?
Well, I feel like we just need to keep the energy and the mindset, because we came here to win. That's our mindset. So tomorrow we're gonna work very hard to win.
Amazing. Well done. Well, congratulations. Once again, Aurora Gaming, everybody. Well done. We'll see you tomorrow at the finals of the MLBB tournament right here, the Games of the Future. Well done, guys.
And hopefully we will see you in future tournaments.
Let's look at the numbers, because this one, it's very clean for me. Very much clean, Soldier.
To be honest, Aurora Gaming dominates at 21. Goal difference more than 12k or 13k. Like Towers 8 for 2, Lord 1 for 1, and there was a Lord steal. The Lord steal was like for a reason, like I will let the game goes little bit until I will go for the comeback. And the Turtle 3 for 0, and they are taking the benefits from the Turtles. And like for the jungle vision, map controls for Aurora side, to be honest, Aurora Gaming surprised us a lot in the last game.
Yes, you know what? I know it was a team fight, team effort, but one player really came out on top.
For the players,
yes.
it was a team built gameplay, but for long, I wish like DFYG, I want to give him an MVP for like he's a losing
team, but
still Aurora, they compete and they destroyed. And to be honest, for the Cloyd, I want to give him
TNZ for the second time.
I want to
actually.
give Cloyd, to be honest.
Yeah, TNZ for the second time. Actually, he's the MVP with 5 kills, 0 deaths, and 14 assists with Guinevere. He had like a world-class performance with Guinevere. Played amazingly, and so he deserves the MVP for this match.
Yeah, once again, I would like to congratulate